Kirsten talks about her skills and experience and presents herself as a package.
I've got IT skills, a good telephone manner, and I've had 5 years work experience in a similar environment. I know you're planning to market into Europe, and I've got good language skills, and I've lived and worked in Europe for a year.
But there are more questions to answer.
The work is demanding. There are deadlines to be met, and some of the clients can be difficult.
There are deadlines to be met. To meet a deadline means to finish a job within the time limit.
Do you think you could cope with all this?
If you can cope with something, that means you can handle it. You are able to deal with it. What about Kirsten?
I feel sure I'll be able to cope with the pressures of the job.
Kirsten chooses her words carefully to show the interviewer she is confident. She feels sure she will be able to cope. Listen to the other language forms she uses.
I'm quite used to working to deadlines.
She is quite used to working to deadlines.
And I don't mind staying late if there's work to be finished.
She doesn't mind staying late if there is work to be finished.
As for dealing with difficult clients, I've learned from experience that I can be tactful and diplomatic.
She knows from experience that she can be tactful and diplomatic.
But I can also be quite firm when necessary.
But she can also be quite firm when necessary. And finally, some wordplay. The interviewer thinks she sounds too good to be true.
You sound too good to be true.
But Kirsten knows how to answer that.
I wouldn't say that. I've had my fair share of disasters, but I don't let them get on top of me.
I've had my fair share of disasters, but I don't let them get on top of me. Or she could say,
I don't let them get me down.
I don't let them get me down. Did Kirsten sell herself to the interviewer? Do you think she got the job? This is the Marks & Spencer store on Kensington High Street in London. Chris Brown is working here for 3 months. He is gaining experience as a management trainee.
To get a first interview at Marks & Spencer, I had to fill out an application form. And this is your only chance to really sell yourself and get that interview. On the application form, you have to demonstrate skills such as leadership, assertiveness, teamwork, and you have to draw on your life experience to actually impress the recruiters at Marks & Spencer. And that's quite grueling because you have to impress them in 1 hour, which is such a short period. It's hard work.
After the first interview, if they are recommended and they do well from the first interview, they're invited to attend an assessment centre, which is a 24-hour process whereby they go through 3 exercises which are management problems which they have to solve. And what we're looking for there is for them to show us the management behaviour they've told us they have at the interview.
How did those printed blouses do?
If they are successful from that, then they get a job offer in writing.
So they've really dropped.
Right, okay.
Your training as a graduate takes a year. It can take 9 months if you're very, very good, but the average is 1 year. And you will go in 2 stores to do that training. And your management training covers everything from how to motivate your staff, to how to lay a section out, to how to discipline your staff, to how to work effectively in teams. It's the whole range of management skills.
As deputy manager of the store, Gail Hovey will monitor Chris Brown's progress during his training period.
Chris, during his 3 months, will learn the basics of running the sales floor. So Chris has responsibility for ladies' formal wear. So although he's only here for 3 months, he will be expected to perform at a supervisor's level by the time he leaves.
Gail is not a university graduate like Chris. She chose a different route to become a manager. Like this young man, Gail began her career doing work experience with Marks & Spencer while she was still at school.
I applied at the age of 17 for work experience and was successful in that application. I then did temporary seasonal work over the Christmas period, and then at the end of my school leaving time I applied for Marks & Spencer's management career and was successful.
Well, that should actually be on this.
In this store, I'm responsible for 410 staff. As a senior management team, we would decide how many staff we needed to run the store. We would advertise those vacancies either in the local paper or in the shop window. And based on letters that are written to the store, we would then have a recruitment day. During that recruitment day, the applicants would fill in an application form and they would then be interviewed by the supervision team or the junior management team. Following their success, they would then be employed. Marks & Spencer has a high reputation with our customers, and that reputation is gained through word of mouth from one customer telling another customer of the service that they have received from Marks & Spencer. I think that reputation is well deserved because of the emphasis that we place right from the minute that the staff enter the store on customer care.
Preparing a successful CV is an important step in finding yourself a job. Use one side of paper or two at the most. Your name goes at the top with the surname in capitals. Your address on the left-hand side. And your telephone numbers on the right. Your skills are the most important part of your package. Include your word processing and computer skills, any foreign languages you can speak, and any other skills you possess. Next comes your work experience. Below that, put your education. Then you can list any training courses you have attended, your interests and hobbies, and finally, show that you can give references if required. Good luck with your job hunting.
Good afternoon. I'd like to place an advertisement in your situations vacant column, please.
What would you like it to say, sir?
This. Secretary PA required for top business consultancy firm. Do you think that's all right so far, my dear young lady?
Fine, so far.
Good. Carrying on. Excellent word processing skills needed. Good telephone manner. Send CV and details of present salary to troubleshooter head office, ASAP, as soon as possible. That's it. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Think I'll apply for that job.
I have been looking forward to these interviews for days and days. Soon I shall have my own employee, my very first member of staff. Someone to do my filing, to open my mail, to make my tea, to send out my publicity brochures, and, most importantly of all, someone to reorganize my office, my working environment. Now, I just have time to look through my shortlist before the applicants arrive.
Are you sure this is where the interview is?
It can't be.
No, it is. The ad says something about being mobile. So where's the interview?
In the van, I suppose.
What lovely-looking young people. I wonder who will be the lucky applicant. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. And now, do I have a penny here? Oh, if you'd like to come this way, my dear, to my office. You others, please make yourselves comfortable, why don't you? You, why don't you make us all some coffee? Hmm? Mine is white with 2 sugars. Thank you very much. Oh, and I am a man of decision, and I will be announcing the lucky candidate in 23 minutes' time. Thank you.
Choo!
Do come this way, my dear young lady. Take a seat. Now, the job involves a lot of paperwork. Are you efficient?
Very. I could have this place tidied up in 5 minutes. Could you hold the cat?
Oh, no. Thank you. Do you always take the cat with you wherever you go?
Oh, yes. Purdy comes everywhere with me.
Oh, well, that's most unfortunate. You see, in here there's no room to swing a cat. That's one of our little sayings. No room to swing a cat. Next!
Achoo!
How did he get on then?
Were you nervous?
No, not really. But he's a bit odd.
And do you have word processing skills?
Oh, I certainly do. I have Windows, Word Perfect.
Do you have anything else? Next!
Achoo!
Next! Well, Lisa, you have some very good references, very good... Excuse me, would you mind not putting on so much perfume? It is quite delightful, but utterly overpowering. And the next one, please.
Achoo! You go, I haven't finished my makeup yet.
Come on! Well, thank you very much indeed for coming.
Thank you very much.
No dress sense at all. Next!
Achoo!
I've got to give a month's notice on the job I've got. So when would you want me to start?
Do you always wear so much makeup? I can hardly see you, my dear. Is it something I said?
What will you do if he offers you the job?
I'm not sure.
Will you take it?
I might do. And I might not.
This is very embarrassing. But I've made up my mind. I'm not going to employ a personal assistant. They'll be very upset. What shall I say to them? Ladies and... It's true what they say. It's lonely at the top.
Yeah, got a new line of...
That's all for today on the subject of recruitment and human resources. You will find more detailed explanations, together with grammar exercises and reading material, in your student's book. The next programme is on the topic of communications. Goodbye till then.